afternoon, everybody. This is your little dragon and junior adult BBT on the 6th day of April. So today is April 6th. This will be a Monday, and so we're going to work. And I'm just saying that in case you guys go back and look at the videos again so you know which one you're watching. This is the little dragon and junior adult beginner belt BBT class, the Psi class specifically. Remember, there is a sparring class for you guys on Tuesday and Thursdays. I want to say it's at like 4:30. 4. I'll check the time. But it's the sparring drills and conditionings class. It's for everyone. It's for dragons and beginners, intermediates, advances, for every black belt trainer and black belt in the studio. And so you're more than welcome to double check that and kind of get some extra sparring training in. Just the goal is there to dig in, work some drills and some conditioning skills so that we can keep our body in prime condition so that when we can all come back in studio, we can spar without missing a beat. Okay, but for today, we're working on your Psi form. Okay, dragons, we're going to finish off your Psi form today. Junior adult beginners, we're going to work on adding on a portion to it. Okay, staying very familiar with the flip in, the flip out, and how we properly do that main, very common combination in your form. So we're going to work on that real fast. You'll take one Psi and just put it away. Easiest place for your Psi to go is right in your belt if you can. Okay, I'm going to slide a little bit closer, so just working the flip, it's here and here, slowing that down. Again, trying to get where you're doing it almost without looking at it, but without thinking about it. It's kind of the main goal. You're used to that thumb locking in where it's supposed to lock, turning it towards the inside, almost like you're pouring something, not like a milk jug. And so you're pouring, and as you pour, good, you pick those fingers up nice and strong, and it wraps from the backside of the yoke, and the elbow lifts up, and you grab it again. So it's here, pour to the inside, use the weight of it to flip it back around, come back around where you got it. And again, common mistakes that you'll see to kind of know if you're doing this way to fix it. If you notice it's like this and everything's on one side, all that means is that you grab the wrong side of the yoke. Okay, so instead of grabbing, you want to grab the outside. If you think about it, whichever hand the Psi is in, that's the side you want the thumb to go to. If the Psi is in my right hand, then I'm going to make sure my thumb goes to the right side, good, on the right side of the monochi. Here, over, boom, and then back, boom. Other hand, 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Let's grab our other one. Good. Grab our free one. So now with both hands, one at a time at first. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Very good. Now watch. Ready? 1. Other one. Put it away. Put it away. Yeah, that's a good, easy little stepping stone to get. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're switching hands every time to make your brain work faster. Switch this one to offense. This one to offense, this one to defense, this one to defense. Very good. Okay, now you're going to go both, boom, and then thumbs to the outside, both, boom, just like that. One more time, both, both. And of course, the bigger challenge, go ahead and start with this one open. So what you're going to do is you're going to open this one up as this one's closing. So you're going to start to close this one, and then I'll open this one too. So we're going to lift this finger here, lock that thumb here, good. And then same thing the other way. Go ahead and get that hand ready. Lock that thumb here. So it's this. It's kind of tricky, all the windshield wiper. It's hard for your brain to do. That's okay. Good. All right, feet together. So let's work on your form together. And bow. Present up to the outside. Step out, pull down. Ay-yah! Very good. Take that left hand. As you swing your left hand towards me, pull your right hand in by your belt so you can use it. Pull it in. And then step forward with your right foot. Punch with your right hand to the center of the chest. Make sure I don't keep punching the microphone. Very good. And then from here, open it. Offensive position. Slide back. Fan block. Move the punch out of the way. Step out. Strike him with the saki end. And then down block. Step forward. Punch with your left hand this time. Slide back. Fan block. Pull it back in. Strike out. Down block. One more time on the right side. Step forward. Punch. Fan. Strike. Down block. Punch, punch. Okay, slide back a little bit. Let's slow that down. Let's break that down. I know we covered that much to this point, but I need to make sure all the little things that we're covering are getting locked in, all right? So from here, we go out one more time. We go down one more time. Yeah! Okay, so you pull the left hand. You're going to step forward and punch the right hand. Okay, this is the point where if you have the punch to fan, if you're doing really good with the combination, if your hands are doing all the right movements, you're almost not even having to look at your hand, flip it around. Then I want you to make sure you're getting this slide over and this slide back. It's called a stance transition. Okay, that just means you're going from one stance to another. Okay, if you're not yet getting that, that's okay. Good. If you're still trying to figure this part out, then just do that. Keep your feet locked and loaded like this. That's okay. If you're getting this part, good, then let's add the stances. So we punch. From here, you're going to take the monochi, then you're going to pull it across so that as you slide over, then you fan out. Then as you pull this hand back to you, your back foot, your left foot turns, step over. Don't step back, step over as you strike it out. And then you lock the thumb and then down block. Step forward, punch. Let it droop so you can grab it. Turn this back foot, bring it over, slide back and fan. As you pull it in, you're going to rotate, step out, strike, down block. Step forward with the right foot one more time. Punch, open it, slide, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. Okay? Open both up. This is where you step back into that sideways kemai stance. Now, this is a kemai stance. We're stepping back to a sideways. That means your stomach's going to face that way. Okay, so take both your hands, lift them up, step out. See, I'm in a kemai stance sideways. My right foot's behind me. My left foot's in the front. Okay, we added this little, let's call it our X block. This is a super tricky little X block, okay? Take this left foot. You're going to move it over, not move it back. Watch close. Okay, I'm not moving it back this way. I'm just taking my foot and sliding it over, and then turn your belly button towards me like this. Okay, now we have our X block. We'll go into detail on that in a second. Okay, step forward, strike. This is a new part you're learning. So you take my X block, I unwind it, I strike both hands here. Now when you're doing this part, make sure you're not winding it up behind you. I don't want your side to come close to your head, okay? So go X block. If you're having trouble with this part, just do this for right now. That's okay. Now when you step forward, step towards me. Take your right foot, step towards me. Take both hands. You're pulling them up, and then you're pushing them forward. But watch from the side. Don't move. Freeze. I know your side are going to get heavy. Okay, when you're here, I don't want to see your side do this. I don't want to see them come back behind your head because that's just putting your head in danger. I don't want that. So from your X block, all you do is you bend your elbows a little bit so your side aren't going back here. You just bend your elbows a little bit and then push. Snap your wrist straight forward. So I snap my elbows, boom, like that, okay? So you're pointing them towards me like this. From there, you're going to take and you're going to do a double down block like that. So I go from here, fold it in, pull them together, push them down beside your legs. Okay, we covered a lot. All right, so let's go ahead and let's work on, let's just get that last little chunk. Do me a favor. Put your right leg in the front. I'm going to back up so you can see my legs. Put your right leg in the front. Okay, right leg's in the front. We just did our punch and our punch. So this is what we're going to do. We open our hands, step back, step away from me, step way back there. Very good. Arms come up and you fold them down over your knees into a kemai stance. Okay, now from here, take your front foot. That's going to be your left foot. You're going to turn it and put it in the front. But now you turned your body so you have more balance. This is that chungle stance we did our form from. Okay, your X block that we practiced. We'll show you how to do that again in a second. Put it up like this. Again, if you're having trouble with this part, don't fixate on it too much. Just do this. So you're here. Step forward with that right foot. Push both hands towards me. It's a double strike. Good. And then fold one in, pull them down. Just like this. Okay? That's all I need right now. Now we're going to start from the beginning and get all the way to that point. And when we get all the way to that point, there's one more little move that the little dragons are going to do to finish off their form. So by the end of the day, you'll have seen all of your form, dragons. You not necessarily know it yet, but you'll have seen all of it. Okay, and then from here forward, it's just sharpening that sword. No worries. Bow. Straighten up uniform. Fold them up. Step out, pull it down. Ay-ya! Nice job. Pull the left one. Step with your right foot. Punch the right hand. Open it up. Fan block. Strike, down block. Square it up. That means point the hand forward so you have that push and pull motion. Step forward, punch your left hand. Right from there, go ahead and pivot that right foot and turn those toes. Fan block, strike out, down block. Step forward with the left foot or the right foot one more time. Punch with the right hand. Fan, strike, down block. Punch left hand, punch right hand. Nice shot. Make sure whichever hand you're not using is turning up and down and laying side beside your belt. Step back into a kemai stance. Turn that belly button this way, okay? Lift those arms up and then rainbow them down over the tops of your knees. But don't put them on your knees. That would hurt your knees. Bend those knees. Okay, make your X block if you can. All we're trying to do is move this front foot over just a little bit and turn your feet, okay? This is the chungle stance. So you're just moving that foot over and turning your toes so you have balance. Because if I go like this and I try to turn my body without moving my feet, what happens? You go to fall over. And so instead, I just take my front foot and I scoot it over, and then I turn my feet. And then I block up over my head, Now pull them down like this in front of your body. Step your right foot forward, nice and strong like you're marching. Push those hands out. Very good. Okay, fold them in. Drop down or pull them down like this. Stay there. From here, little dragons, all you're going to do is you're going to drop to that back knee. Notice I didn't step. Okay, I'm right from where I am like this. My left knee goes straight down to the floor. Okay, my hands come in front of my body, not by your chin for obvious reasons. Just in front of your body. Punch with your right hand. That's your left hand, sorry. Punch with your left hand. Punch with your right hand. Okay, so we did our double down block. And then I take my left hand and I punch it. And the other hand and I punch it. And that's all of the dragon form. Okay, so we're going to do all that one more time. We're going to get to the dragon part. Dragons will do that, and dragons will stay on their knee nice and strong. And then junior beginners, I have an extra part for you. To learn today. All right, very good. Ready? Feet together, and then open them up. Pull it down. Ayah! Pull the left hand. Punch the right hand. Fan block. Strike. Down block. Step. Punch. Turn. Fan. Strike, down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. Open them both up, step back into what stance? What's this stance called? It's like you're riding a horse. It's Kimai stance. Very good. Block down. My front foot, the left one, the one closest to me. Okay, you're going to take and just wiggle it over. And then turn all of your toes to the front. See how my stomach's going to the front, my chest's going to the front. This is my chungle stance, right? Okay, I did my X block here. We'll go over that after this. Whoop, there it is. Pull them both in front of your body. Take your back foot and just walk it forward. As it lands, both hands are going to push at the same time. Very good. Okay, lock your arm, Double down block, so I just put my hands almost like the letter A, the letter V upside down. And from here, take your back leg, that's your left knee, and just put it on the ground, okay? And the leg that went down to the ground, that hand's going to punch, the other hand's going to punch. Okay, dragons, you can either stay here on a knee, or if you want to from on the knee, if you want to practice your flip, you can practice your flip. Good. You can practice your combo. That's also good. Whether punch, the fan, the strike, and then just give me 2 minutes. I'm going to walk with the beginner belts on their form, okay? And so beginner belts, listen close. That's all the junior adults, okay? What I'm going to do is instead of me mirroring this part, because it can kind of create some confusion, because we're going to start going to the left and to the right. Instead of me mirroring it and facing you, I'm going to turn around as if you and I were doing it in class together. So like you're standing behind me, okay? So we're all going this way. Okay, so with the form, we had our right foot in the front. We did this part. Okay, and then we're going to stay standing, punch with our left hand, punch with our right hand, okay? Now, the next part of the form, you're going to go to the left. We're going this way. You're going to leave your right foot where it is. You're going to take your left foot, and you're going to slide it over into Fugel stance, okay? Like the what part where we do this thing? You're going to take this hand that's locked and loaded like this. You're going to put it over your head. Good, so it goes up over my head. I'm going to take my left foot and move it over. Good, and I'm going to pull this hand down just like this. What I'm doing is I'm catching something, and then I'm hooking it down. Okay, so I was here in a Fugel stance. My body's going to the left. My left foot's very light. My right foot's very heavy. I do a high block over my head. I keep my left foot in the front. I just push it over and turn my body. So now I'm in a chungle stance, still going this way, okay? My hand pulls down. My left hand, behind me almost. Good. So if I'm looking this way, it's almost like I'm looking at the camera too, and my hand's like that. Now we're going to step forward and do that same combination we did with our form 3 more times. Okay, so we're going to step forward, punch with our right hand, right foot's in the front, fan, strike, down block. Step with our left foot, punch left hand, fan, strike, down block. Step with your right, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. And that is the halfway mark of your form. Okay, I know that's a lot, so we're going to all do that again together. We'll do the dragon form with everybody, and then dragons will take a knee. Juniors will go ahead and do that part with me, all right? So everybody stand back up. Dragons, thank you for staying focused. Appreciate you. Now, dragons, if you're like learning this form and you're doing a really good job with it, and like as much as we've done, you feel really comfortable. If you want to try to learn the junior adult part, you can do that. I'm fine with extra training. Now, but if us doing the dragon part is a lot and that is plenty for you, then just do that. That's okay. I'm not asking you to do the junior part, but I'm also not saying you can't do it if you want to try it. All right? Feet together. Bow. And present up. Step out, pull down. Pull the left hand. and punch, fan, strike, down block, step, punch, and try to, as you finish this punch, it's almost like your body's rubber banding. It's leaning, so as I pull back, I fan. And then as I pull back in, my body starts to turn. That's the time for your foot to pivot and stance to open up. Good. And down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. Open up both hands in front of your body, step back with that right foot, boom. So you cross them overhead, and then I fold them down on tops of my legs. Without touching my legs, I'm just defending my legs. Okay, take this front foot, your left foot, just move it over. Good, so when I turn my feet, everything's facing the front, and I have balance. This is that X block. Good. Hands come in, walk your back foot to the front, and push your hands forward. Very good. Okay, take and lock your arms. Double down block like this. If you're a little dragon, you will drop down, punch with your left hand, punch with your right hand. If you're a junior adult, you'll stay standing, punch with your left hand, punch with your right hand. Okay, this is the part where we add on that new part. So again, I'm going to turn around. So instead of me mirroring you like to this point, we're all going to go this way. Okay, so we just did punch left, punch right. You'll turn your head to the left. Your left hand will go up as you slide over. And then you're just going to hook and pull down. You're just going to pull your hand down as your stance gets stronger onto your front leg. And then we'll step forward and do our combination, advancing 3 times. Step forward, punch, fan, strike, so that foot turned, down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, step, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch, punch. Okay, feet together. Very good. Practice that real fast. Nice and strong. Good. Don't move. Okay, so now we're going to break down the X block. Okay, the X block, I'm still on camera. Okay, the X block was this part right here. We really worked this into detail a couple times last time, so we're going to break it down again just in case you guys missed last week, or if it's been a whole calendar week since you did this, we got to check it one more time. Okay, so from here, again, it looks like this. The way you make that happen, you're interlocking. You're locking together, good, your top and bottom side. Okay, so from here, take the left one on top, and the right one goes on top of that. Okay, from there, you're going to take the left one, and you're going to turn it upwards like this, and then just slide it over until it hits the yokem, like that, and then push it down so it locks and clamps. Okay, now take the right hand and turn it down. So you take the one that's in the front, and you push your knuckles down, and then turn it over, and then pull it up, so it locks them together. So I get a push and a pull. I go here, boom, good, this way. So you can also try it like this, where both of them are up. But again, I roll this wrist towards me, and I roll this wrist away from me. I put this one on top, and then from here, I just go the opposite directions. I turn this one down and pull this one up. That makes them lock on the tops. That's the goal. One behind the other. Good. If that doesn't happen right now, that's okay. Good. I'll try to show you from a slightly different angle. Oh, yeah, but I'll tell you that way. Good. Boom. Good. I can also do it that way. I like doing it this way with this one. I just like pushing and pulling that way. You can do it whichever way you would like. So when I push and pull, and it locks them together, and I can't squeeze them apart, but that's the challenge. It creates this really tight and tense lock that you can literally push down on a little bit, and it won't budge because it tightens them up together. Okay. So now we're going to do the form one more time together as a team. Front feet together. Adding on that new part for dragons and for juniors. Bow, lift them up, fan block to the outside. Good, step out, pull, down, yeah! Good, left hand, and try to, the goal now for this last opportunity, again, I'm not going to speed the form up, but it'll seem like I'm speeding it up, because I'm just going to take moves and start to combine them together a little bit and make it more fluid. Okay, so if it seems like I'm going ahead of you guys, it's not. I'm just, instead of me taking 2 different movements, I'm now going to form them into one. So try to do that with me as I go slow. Okay, so I pull down, I point as I pull it to my belt, and then I pull this back as I step forward and punch. Good. Now I'm going to pull the hand back and slide back to Fugal and do the fan block. Ready? Pull. pull, fan, slide. Pivot, pull this back to me. Step over as I punch. Good. Lock the thumb, down block. Step, punch. Pull, fan. Try to get the pivot of the back foot as you pull the side back to your hip. Pull so that as I step my foot out, I can punch it. Boom. Down block. So now we're going to even combine that even more. Step, punch, turn, fan. 1, 2. Catch that? Down block. Punch left, punch right. Open them both up. Good. Just cross them. Step back. Open them up. Okay? Take that front foot. Try to get that spot right there in the front. Turn, face the front. Lock them together. If you can get that X block. If not, that's okay. Block it over your head. Again, if you're having trouble with this part, just do this for right now. We'll get the X block at a later date. Step forward. Push them in front of your body. You're striking the clavicles, the collarbones of the attacker. So you're hitting them right in the chest. Boom. And then lock them. Pull down. Just the dragons. Take that back knee. Drop straight down. It's like the opposite of the way we do your form. So it's backwards. The knees are backwards of the way we normally end your form off. Punch with your left hand. Punch with your right hand. Okay? Dragons that want to keep going, or juniors that are still going. Good. You were here. Punch, punch. Stay there. So now again, you're going towards the camera, towards me. You did the down block, the punch, punch. Now we're going to the left. So if the camera's right here, good, you're going that way. You're going to take this foot stays here. Take your left foot, your back foot, turn it and slide it over. High block, step out and pull it down. So your left hand's down, or left hand is like hooking up like this. Right hand is by your belt. Step forward, punch with the right hand. Fan, strike, down block. Step with the left, punch with the left, slide, fan, strike, down block. Step, punch, fan, strike, down block, punch left, punch right. I hope I didn't leave the screen. Sorry if I did. Okay, and then just for future reference, the next part of the form is going to be turning to the left and doing that movement again. So the most important thing for you guys to do homework-wise is this combination is fluid and as sharp as you can do it. Good. Little things to kind of work on improving. You do the punch, and what you'll start to do is instead of flipping it and then pulling it and striking it back out, you'll start to flip it as you pull it, is what I mean. So you do your punch, and you'll go to this position as it's coming down to your belt. So that right when it gets there, I can then swing it right back up. And then I'll turn and strike it. So those are just little fluid things you can do to work on. You're literally changing grips as you're pulling it back to your body. That's definitely a more advanced piece of the puzzle, but it's just the next step for you guys to get to. Okay, and then again, working your X block. Good. Challenge from there gets where you can do it without looking at it. So if I close my eyes, good. You can do it without looking at it. That's a tough challenge, but definitely one you guys can handle with enough practice and just doing it from feel. Okay, try to work on your flip out and your flip in, good, in different positions, whether it's in front of your body, down beside, like down with your hands by your side. I can do it as well. Good, you can do it up. I can even do it out. Okay, I'm just showing you guys different options you guys can practice at your own time, good, to become better with your weapon. The more variable you can do it, the better. Okay, and we'll go feet together. That'll wrap up today. Bow. Make sure your side go into a very safe space and you're practicing it with parental permission and somebody's eyes on you just in case, and you're being very careful. Good work today. Dragons, that's a wrap for you guys today. Junior beginners, you have your class coming up in a couple minutes. Hope to see you guys there. Bow, and you are dismissed.